people inside the organization and the competitor, which is Pepsi, they really want to cope up with that. It's very difficult for them to do that. Okay, so this is how the issues. So this is what we are going to read it about issues, the strategies issue. So when I say about strategic issue, what do you mean by the term called strategy? As I said, it's a step-by-step method to achieve the organizational goal. Okay, so when I say about strategy, just a strategic issue, so as I have mentioned it, can you see the diagram? In that diagram, you can easily see there is an environmental scanning. So environmental scanning, it consists of internal and external scanning inside the organization and outside the organization. Okay, and then they will diagnose it like what and all the issue occurs for selling in the market. Okay, so they will sense the overall issues. First is they will scan it, the overall environment, as I said, external and internal, and then you have like issue diagnosis or issue selling, which means they will diagnose like due to what reason this issue has occurred. Okay, so can you see the meaning of a strategic issue? It is nothing but an unresolved questions needing a decision or waiting for some clarifying future events. Okay, which means, as I said, each and every step which has been taken by the market. Okay, so every step need to be analyzed properly and understand it and see it in various perspectives. Okay, so in case if any question arises, the marketer must be able to answer it at any circumstances. Okay, like even if he is seeing in various perspectives, he should be able to answer it. But what if the problem which when it arises and he or she is unable to resolve it in order to take a proper decision, then we call it as a strategic issue. When we call it as an issue, that is the problem, strategic problem, when we won't get any particular solution for that particular problem arises in each and every steps. So once this answer arises, then only they can go for a next step. So as I said, step by step method. So when each and every step get a proper and good answer for that, then they will get an appropriate or proper strategy for that particular business. Okay. Simple example is supply chain management. Okay. Just imagine that they got a finished product. Okay, and they just need to deliver it to the customer. Okay, so first step is like this finished product should be packed in. So where they need to pack first, where they need to store it. So there should be a proper inventory they need to find out. So this will be a strategic issue. Like if the proper inventory cannot be found, then it will be called as a strategic issue because this is the first step. So once they found like okay, near to there is a godown is available, let us store it in that particular inventory. So that is like the first step. Then the second step, how many products are available. So all these details should be stored in a particular database. So where they need to store it, a particular software is needed. In case the software is not there, they have to do a manual calculation. What if the manual calculation keeps on showing any error? In that case, they need to maintain a particular software. So till the software has not been introduced, it will be considered as a strategic issue. So that is the reason I have mentioned it as an unresolved questions needing a decision. So they really need to take some decision, but the thing is like their question has not been resolved or their problem has not been resolved, then we call it as a strategic issue. because of this, it gives a bad impact or major impact on the business. Then we call it as a strategy issue. So I hope you understood the overall picture of the meaning of strategic issues. So how they are formulating it, as I have shown it in the diagram, that there is an environment sensing using a like external and internal environment. Okay, and then once they analyze or recognize the issues, okay, then they will diagnose it like because of what factor the issue has been arises. Okay, and then how to resolve it in order to get a proper strategy. For that, they need to form an agenda. Okay, like see, whenever you're going for a meeting, they'll just make it as a 3 or 4 points. Based on that points, they just need to resolve it. So that is the reason they will make a agenda, and we call it as a agenda formation. Right. Then this is how the strategy, that is strategic issue, will be identified. First is information generation. So can you see like current data and future assumption? Okay, so in an organization, whatever the current data or the current situation, as I have already mentioned, how they will scan based upon the external and also from the internal scanning. So based upon the external situation and the internal situation, and they're capable enough and their competency level, based on that they will fetch all the current data and keep it aside. Okay, and then again they will just assume it. That is the reason they mention it as a future assumption. Okay, so in future assumption, again they will assume that it may create like this or it may happen like this. So they will just do a comparison between the current situation, external situation, and the future external situation. Okay, and what and all the opportunities, what and all the threats, and what and all the profile that is inside the organization, till what range it will attain it. Everything will be compared. Like they will check it. They will do a review for current data and also they will do a review for the future assumption data. Okay, and then once they review it, finally they will do a brief analysis based upon the current data and the future assumption. For example, for forecasting, just assume that about a railways ticket. Okay, so according to the current data, there are many people who are buying a hard copy of that ticket. Okay, and maybe they are just doing an assumption in future, like whether it will be in the form of a hard copy or a soft copy, because all the people are not educated. So some people need a hard copy. So based upon the purchasing of tickets each and every day, okay, they will do a deep analysis about it. Okay, and then they will recognize that what kind of strategical issues occurs. Okay, because they just need to create a proper strategic formulation for a particular business to attain a maximization of a profit. Okay, so but what happened is again the strategic issue comes in under it. Okay, so once it comes, they will do a detailed analysis as I've shown you here. They will do the scanning and then they will diagnose it. Based upon the diagnosis purpose, they will create a strategy. Okay, so once they create a strategy, then see, can you see here? It is a mission statement to reach a goal. Already the goal has been allotted. Okay, based upon this strategy, they will check with the mission statement. Mission statement means what kind of execution they will take in order to achieve the goal. Okay, and then they will create a strategic objectives. Okay, because they have already created a goal, and now it's their responsibility to create a strategic goal. So there are various strategies are available. In order to achieve that strategy, they always keep an objective. But what are the various steps they really need to take in order to achieve that strategic objectives? Now, action plan, budget, and schedule. That is the implementation part. So, in order to achieve that objective, what are the various steps or implementation plan they are taking to achieve that strategic objectives? So, just see this picture once again. Okay. So, I hope you can understand that what I am talking about, like how we need to understand the strategic issues based upon what kind of information. Is totally based upon the external as well as the internal scanning of an organization. Based on that, okay, that is external situation, and also based upon the future assumption. Okay, and then they will compare it both, and then they will do a review, and then they will do a detailed analysis about the two information got it from the information generation part, which is like current data and the future assumption. Okay, coming to the strategic issue in marketing part. Okay, so in marketing process or in marketing strategy, how they will find out the strategic issues. So here we saw about the strategic objectives, but coming to a specific thing, there are various specializations are available: human resource management specialization, and then you have financial specialization, logistics specialization, and marketing. Okay, same concept applied here. In marketing objectives, you need to do a same concept, that is the internal analysis, and then external analysis. Yes, they need to check about the brand equity. So brand equity means like how far your customer is aware about your brand, what is the usage of your product, and how far they are recognizing your particular brand. Okay, so that need to be done internally and also the externally, whether your brand is really fulfill the customer needs or not. Okay, so before going that, I already asked this question, but let me ask you again. What do you mean by the term called marketing? What do you understand by the term called marketing? Are you there, guys? What do you mean by the term called marketing?
Ma'am, reaching out to people who has the need of our product, ma'am.
What?
Reaching out to the people who has the need of our product, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is like identify the customer needs and wants, and that is you are fulfilling it in a profitable way. That is called marketing. Okay. So as I said, to know the customer needs. Okay, so as I said, due to technology, that is due to updation of various technology or introduction of various technology, the customer needs and wants keep on changing it. Okay, so how it change is like, see, uh, example is your mobile phone. So initially the mobile phone got a very less features. Okay, but due to due to Android, the feature has been keep on changing. Now you can you know use various mobile apps like like you can use WhatsApp and then various things in order to create various content or transferring the content to various places. So how it happens is totally based upon the features available in the Android phone. So as I said, changing customer needs. So when the customer needs keeps on changing, then the strategy also changes. So that is the reason it comes under the external part. Can you see here? The internal analysis will be done because it is inside the organization. But coming to the external analysis, they have kept it as a strategy, market analysis. Why? Because the customer needs and wants keeps on changing. So they need to adjust it because of the issues created during the strategic purpose or marketing strategy purpose. Okay, then they will combine together and then they will form a marketing strategy. Can you see here the development of marketing strategy? So based upon the past performance, that is here in the last uh, details. Okay, so future assumption, current data and future assumption. So same concept applied over here. That is your performance which has been applied or the strategy you have been applied in this present market or the strategy which you have created during your present situation and our current situation, and based upon your past performance, both of this, you are developing a particular marketing strategy. Okay, and then you are giving an input. How you are giving an input? Based upon the analysis. Okay, the previous concept, based upon that particular analysis, they have given a inputs. Same way, competition analysis. Who and all your rivals, who and all your competitor. Okay, based on that, they are giving an input. Okay? So once they are giving an input, then this marketing strategy will be get executed. Okay, that is implementation of marketing strategy. So here they are developing your marketing strategy. So once they are developing based upon your past performance, current strategy, based upon your internal external scanning, and also based upon the competition analysis, everything, they are developing your marketing strategy. So in this stage, okay, or in this step, the thing is like the strategic issue arises because they need to answer lots of questions. Okay, because there are unresolved questions occurs where they really need to answer it. So when it happens properly is when the implementation part or execution part occurs. Okay, so once it occurs, okay, then they will check with the various changes. What in case any changes occurs due to external calamity? What about the company's interaction? What because of the technology? What because of the culture changes? What because of the various structures? See, just imagine now the corona comes. Okay, due to this corona, what has happened? Everything has changed, which we have not uh, expected. So everything. So finally, once they do a review process or analysis process after the execution part, they will get a feedback. Okay. So once they get a feedback, okay, so it will directly show it to the no, main business marketing structure. In main business marketing structure, they are the one who's going to make a proper structure in order to operate their business. In case if they feel anything negatively, then again they need to go to a marketing objective. Can you see here? Marketing objective, and then they will check with any modifications. Okay, so this is how it happens. So in this strategic issue, these are the critical issues occurs. So when they start doing a strategic review, so there are various problem occurs. Okay, so in case the problem occurs, how they must know like how to deal with the negative impact. Okay, so once they come to a conclusion, they will determine that this is the only solution they are going to fix it. Okay, and then they will implement the problem in order to get a solution. Then they will return to the starting point, like whether the problem which has been occurred, it has been resolved or not. Okay, what is the main motto of this? To increase their selling profit, enhance their profit, and they need to overcome the competition and also to increase their productivity. Okay? So this is the key strategy of marketing. So whenever they need to frame any strategy, that is marketing strategy especially, so these are the various question arises, like who should we serve, who is our target customer, or who is our potential customer, what differentiate us from our competitors in meeting the needs of our target customer segments, which means like in what way we are differentiate from them. Okay, see, there are various creams are there, face cream. So in what way my Pond's White is different from Parallel? So what are the things they are using, or what kind of chemicals they are using, so that you know I am differentiating from my end my my competitors. Okay, and when and where should we introduce new product or service or enter into the new market segment? Okay, which means like where that is where is my target customer, and which is the correct place I need to introduce so that it should reach my target customer or should reach my potential customer easily. Which platform should I need to choose it? Okay, so that is how our motto should be: who, what, when, and where. And why are we pursuing a particular marketing strategy? Like, why this? Why not other? So, what if I use only this strategy? Whether I can accomplish my vision or not? Okay, and if I use this strategy, what are the different strategy my competitor may use it? How he will anticipate my product in such a way that his product will flourish in the market. So I have to see it in different perspective. Okay, so this is how the strategic issue towards the marketing part plays a important role in this. Okay. So I hope you can understand the term called strategic issues and marketing strategic issues. Like what will come, I have explained you about the basics, and then the major strategic management issue in marketing process. Okay, this is the basic understanding of a business strategy, and like what are the various components of an issue which we created and how to deal with it, and like what are the key strategy for marketing. So any doubts, guys? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, and just